Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Brook, Mr. Osama, my colleague Sita, all the international delegates. I'm told that 189 of you are here representing 63 countries. So, warm welcome to all of you. Some of you might have come here earlier also because I remember in 2023 we had hosted the jury meet. In 24, we had hosted the jury, the WSA jury here in Hyderabad. Some of you possibly would have been here before, but to a large number of you, this possibly is the first visit to Hyderabad. So, warm welcome on behalf of the government of Telangana, my own behalf. I'll share a little bit about what we are doing in digital, and hopefully over the next 2 days, over the next 3 days rather, when we have sessions, when we have interactions, some of the work that we are doing here in Telangana, the digital work in particular, that will resonate with all of you. And hopefully in these 3 days, we'll be able to make strong connections and possibly some collaborations that will continue to be with us forever. So I'm first of all very grateful that Dr. Peter and his team, Nora and others, they have chosen to host this event in India, and within India they have chosen to bring it to Hyderabad. Many of you would be aware that in the last, let us say, decade or so, India has made a very rapid progress in terms of digital inclusion. See, all of us know that India has strong technology prowess. In fact, some of you will recall in the years 1999, 2000, 98 rather, 98, 99, 2000, the world was confronting a very serious challenge, a serious technology challenge, which was called Y2K. There was a belief that when the new year begins after 31st December, on the midnight of 31st December 1999, the systems, the software is not programmed to allow the systems to move seamlessly into the next millennium, which is 1st January 2000. And there was a belief that everything will collapse. And of course, Indian tech companies, they kind of came into the forefront, they solved, they gave solutions, and the technology prowess of our country got established from that time onwards. And some of the big tech services companies whom we have all heard of, companies like Infosys and TCS and Wipro, they all kind of made a mark. So for many years, India remained the services capital, technology services capital of the world. But what has happened is, particularly in the last 10 years, lots of new directions in terms of digital empowerment, digital engagement has begun. And one very important milestone of that was what is called as UPI. Some of you may be familiar with this term. The national government here created a digital public infrastructure by first providing a digital identity to all the citizens, and thereafter using the digital identity to provide lots of services which earlier used to take humongous amount of times. You have to rely on intermediaries. We call them middlemen here, and then you waste time. There's no transparency. So lots of those things of the past, they kind of disappeared after the UPI came, and this the digital public infrastructure, which is called the India Stack, that got established. But thereafter, I mean, of course, it is important to have an identity. It is important to use that identity for various services, etc. All that is going on well. But in the last 7, 8 years in particular, some of the states in India, you will be familiar that India is a federal country. There is a national government in Delhi, but there are 28 provinces. We call them states here. So we are in one of the states. This state, the city is Hyderabad, where we all are. The state is called Telangana. So particularly in the last 7, 8 years, we have taken a responsibility upon ourselves that we will now use to bring digital solutions, digital technologies to solve some of the most pressing problems that people face. And fortunately, the federal structure of our country allows that we can do these things without anyone's approval, without anyone's permission. The state has the autonomy to decide what should be its priorities, what should be its focus. So in the last 7, 8 years, this has become our focus. Use technology to solve pressing problems which people are observing or facing for generations altogether. I'm facing a challenge, not just myself, but my father faced it, my forefathers faced it. And to me, it appears that there will be no way to solve that problem. And I'm trying to show a solution to you which will solve that problem. And I'm also trying to make that solution accessible, affordable, easy to use. So some of you would have got a sense by now that while we are in a big city, Hyderabad is a big city, but there is a huge rural India as well. In fact, almost 60% of our population in this province lives in rural areas, and many of the people who live in rural areas are not conversant with English. They might have had some schooling, that too not in an English language. They would have studied basic courses in their own language. They're not familiar with gadgets. They don't have access to gadgets, etc., etc. So recognizing all these challenges, all these handicaps, etc., how can you still promote digital in a very inclusive way, in a very democratic way, in a user-friendly way, has been our goal. We have achieved quite a lot in the areas of agriculture, and now we are looking at how do you bring those solutions in the areas of healthcare, in the areas of education, in the areas of citizen services, livelihoods, skilling, and so on and so forth. So the work that we are doing over the next few days of our interactions, myself and my colleagues will speak more about it. I'm happy to share with you that while you are here in V Hub, some of our activities will happen at T Hub, some of our activities will happen at T Works, and you will see how we have put together an innovation ecosystem, because we believe that if you have to take digital solutions to communities, to rural, to bottom of the pyramid kind of people, you have to take these solutions and products from literally everyone. It's not a monopoly that only Google is my solution provider or Microsoft is my solution provider. Even a young entrepreneur who is still at the beginning of his entrepreneurial journey, even he can potentially create a good solution which is of relevance to us. So we have created this kind of an innovation ecosystem which has opened the doors of government, enterprises, academic institutions. This again is a nice coincidence that we are having this opening plenary in the campus of an academic institution. This is called the Ambedkar University, and there are many such institutions in the city, in the state, and we interact with them very closely. We take help of them, and what we have created today is something that the whole country feels very proud about. We are invited globally also to share our experiences. In fact, it's a nice coincidence. I just returned from attending a World Economic Forum's AI summit, which focused on Africa. It was in Rwanda, and I was invited. Possibly I was one of the very few people from India who were invited there to speak. And I spoke about the work that we are doing in the areas of health. So AI for health was the theme on which I was invited to speak. So on the whole, I once again want to welcome you and to give you this sense that you are at the right place. There's a lot to learn from what is happening here, but we are also extremely open-minded. We also want all of you to enrich us. While you benefit from your participation here, please do enrich us. If there is some solution, if there is some technology, if there is some work that you are doing which you feel will be of relevant to our country, our province, our city, we'll be very, very open-minded to engage with you. So good wishes to all of you. I'll be attending various sessions over the next 2 days, and of course on the 9th, when we have the prize ceremony and the gala and all the celebrations, I'll be a part of it. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful, productive, and most importantly, you must go back with lots of joy and happiness. Thank you.